Every great technological revolution comes with the same fear-filled question. Will this destroy more livelihoods than it creates? In 1811, the Luddites destroyed mechanical looms, convinced that they would eliminate their trade forever. They were right about the looms, but wrong about everything else. The Industrial Revolution ended up creating far more jobs than it displaced. Today, optimists point to the Internet revolution as the closest precedent. It eliminated travel agencies and physical stores, but created e-commerce, cybersecurity, and digital marketing. However, pessimists warn that artificial intelligence is qualitatively different. It does not replace physical labor, but cognitive work, the very refuge that displaced workers had always migrated to in the past. The key question is whether we are facing a known historical pattern or an unprecedented concentration of opportunity crisis. The most useful evidence does not come from prophecies, but from sectors that have already deeply integrated AI. Let's take financial services. Algorithmic trading eliminated thousands of jobs on trading floors, but it skyrocketed the demand for quantitative developers and risk specialists. In medicine, AI diagnostic systems match or exceed human accuracy in interpreting images, but this has not rendered radiologists obsolete. On the contrary, it has freed their time from the routine of pattern recognition, allowing them to focus on clinical integration and complex patient care. Even in law firms, the automation of contract review is eliminating lower-value tasks while expanding the need for professionals who can interpret strategic analyses and negotiate ambiguous agreements. AI is making professionals more productive, not obsolete. This data reveals what we can call the disruption paradox. At the macroeconomic level, AI creates enormous value and more net jobs, but at the micro level, it causes real and deep harm to specific workers and communities. Both realities are painfully true at the same time. Global growth statistics are a very cold comfort for a data entry specialist who has just been replaced by an algorithm. The real challenge of this transition is not technological, but temporal and distributive. A displaced worker cannot magically become a prompt engineer overnight. Without supportive policies, education, and retraining resources that move at the same speed as technology, AI disruption will become a driver of inequality rather than a force for social mobility. For those who pay attention, the explosion of new careers is already visible. Today, we see a massive demand for AI ethics specialists to ensure that algorithms operate fairly and transparently. Data storytellers have become indispensable for translating complex analytical findings into business narratives that humans can understand and execute. At the same time, prompt architects are emerging who structure communication with language models, a role that requires deep domain knowledge and razor-sharp clarity of thought. Meanwhile, entirely new industries are being born: services for verifying AI-generated content, synthetic media authentication, and hyper-personalized education platforms. History teaches us that the most important job categories of the future are those that we cannot even name today, because they will arise from applications that have yet to be invented. The future of employment in the era of AI is not predetermined. It will depend on the decisions we make today. For professionals, preparation begins with an honest audit of their daily tasks. Identify which parts of your job a machine can do and which parts require your judgment, empathy, creativity, or understanding of context. Invest massively in those human capabilities and elevate your digital literacy. For organizations, the imperative is to invest in transforming their workforce, not in replacing it. Companies that use AI solely for downsizing capture short-term savings, but destroy their institutional knowledge and resilience. The era of AI does not favor size, but adaptability and the courage to evolve. Stop worrying about whether AI will replace you, and start becoming the augmented professional who will lead tomorrow. Thank you for joining us.